Begin with our top focus story coming in from down south. Two medical students from Tamil Nadu who scored low marks in the NEET exam have committed suicide. Medical students from Tirupur, Ridushri, hung herself after securing 490 marks out of 600. Another medical aspirant, Vesha from Tanjore district, killed herself by setting herself on fire. Meanwhile, DMK Chief MK Stalin has expressed his condolences and said that the party will raise this issue in the parliament. The party has alleged that almost 75,000 students in the state couldn't pass this exam.
அவளோட எய்மே வந்து மெடிக்கல் தான் போகணும் அப்படின்னு இருக்கு. அந்த பிள்ளைகளோட தான் விளையாடிட்டே இருப்பாங்க சார். எந்த பிரச்சனையுமே இல்லைங்க சார். அவள் ரொம்ப போல்டான பொண்ணுங்க. பட் இந்த மெடிசன் இதுலயே தான் போகணுன்ற அவளோட தாட்டு. அது மட்டும் தான் அவருக்கு பிரச்சனை.
ஏன்னா இப்போ நீட் தேர்வு காரணம் இல்ல, வேற ஏதோ காரணம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி போலீஸ்
100% எதுவுமே கிடையாதுங்க சார்.
It's extremely unfortunate that such an incident has occurred in the state of Tamil Nadu once again. Two students, one is Ritushri from Tirupur and the other person, Vaishya from Pattakote, Tanjore, have committed suicide. Ritushri was found hanging in a room, and her mother has come forward and said that she had no other issue other than she went ahead and wrote the NEET exam. She was a medical aspirant and she had scored very good marks in 10th and 12th. However, her mother also claims that Ritushri did not reveal what marks she had got in NEET, but for some reason she had gone ahead and committed suicide. The other student, Vaishya, is from Pattakote and she self-immolated, and both incidents have caused extreme tragedy to the state of Tamil Nadu. In fact, the opposition leader MK Stalin is questioning the way Tamil Nadu government has handled the situation so far, questioning a resolution was passed almost 2 years back and what kind of steps have been taken forward. So that way, once again, NEET-related suicides have cropped up in the state of Tamil Nadu, putting the entire state into like extreme tragedy.
All right, let me get in further perspective on this. Mr. Saravanan of the DMK joining us on this broadcast. Good morning, Mr. Saravanan. Of course, extremely tragic incident yet again, setting the debate of the NEET in the state of Tamil Nadu. Your reaction on this at this point, and the fact that the party chief MK Stalin has also in fact taken to Twitter condoling this entire incident and saying that the party will take this matter in the parliament.
Yeah, see, the students of Tamil Nadu are at this end. This NEET is destroying their dreams and aspirations. If you don't take the plus 2 exam marks, they say that we are going to only have NEET marks for medical examination, then why do we have plus 1 and plus 2? Let them scrap them. Let us scrap it. Everybody let them start preparing for NEET from plus 1 and plus 2. Then it will be a level playing field. If you look at the number of students who are passed, compare it with the urban and rural areas, with the coaching centers, people who have gone to the coaching centers have passed 99%.
Okay.
So what is the rationale behind introducing NEET? I think it is destroying the social fabric. It is against the tenets of social justice envisaged in the Constitution. NEET has to go. And we have been protesting, and our leader, Mr. MK Stalin, has said that the MPs who have been, we promise that we will abolish NEET if we come to power. So this issue will be raised in the parliament, and we will ensure a fight for abolition of NEET in the state of Tamil Nadu.
All right, Mr. Saravanan, request you to stay with us. Let me get in another voice on this. Brinda Adige, activist, joining us on this broadcast. Ms. Adige, we are looking at yet another case coming to light of two medical aspirants committing suicide because of getting lower marks for the NEET exam. The larger debate, of course, at this point is how the political parties have taken this up. Time and again, it has been a part of their manifesto as well for the elections in abolishing NEET. In your opinion, do you feel that there are certain students from areas, they are at a rather disadvantaged position because of different syllabuses that they're studying, and that is one of the reasons behind this uproar over NEET exam?
You're absolutely right. It is the entire issue of different syllabus. It is the issue of how this lessons and the syllabus are being taught to the students themselves. Now, every time a person, especially the student, commits suicide, the political parties use this as something that they want to wield and brandish, saying that you abolish NEET. That is not going to solve the problem. The problem is not NEET. The problem is, what is the student being trained for? Are they being taught to be able to compete in these exams? These are exams that's for students across India. Politicians are only making a lot of noise about it. Why have they not pulled up the education department for giving them additional support, for giving them additional training to be able to compete in these exams? How is it that they only remember that they want to abolish something like this when a child or a student commits suicide? That is not what the answer is. The politicians need to be held accountable as to why the educational institutions did not train the students.
So, Ms. Adige, your point right now is to empower these students to tackle the exam of NEET and not just go for an abolition. Is that what you're trying to say? Or do you also believe that NEET should actually be banned in the states where perhaps students are at a disadvantage of studying a different syllabus?
No, it cannot be banned when we are talking of students who want to go and study probably in Delhi, or somebody comes to Bangalore, or someone wants to go to Haryana. How can something like this be banned? We are talking about empowering the students, training up the students to be able to attend to these exams.
All right, Ms. Adige, very interesting point that you're making at this point. Request you to stay with us. Let me also get in another perspective on this. Mr. Muralidharan, AI-ADMK supporter, also joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Muralidharan, your reaction on this at this point, because we've seen in the past your party had taken a rather softer stand when it came to this rather emotive issue of NEET. You had not really said that you're going to go ahead and ban it, but you said you're going to seek a certain exemption from it. Your stand on this issue right now, and what is the government going to do next?
See, the government had asked for an extension. The extension was granted, and the government prepared the students by conducting special classes for NEET, having training centers for NEET, etc. There are people, the students, see, unfortunately, these two girls have committed suicide, but there are people, students who are committing suicide for plus 2 results and 10th standard results also. DMK doesn't look into all this for a simple reason. It was DMK who was responsible for the mess in education in Tamil Nadu. I'll tell you how. When they were agitating against Hindi, in the 60s, the government of India gave them Navyodaya schools, which CBSE syllabus. Now today, the biggest protest by DMK is our state board syllabus does not measure up to CBSE, so we don't want NEET. Our students are not able to perform. Isn't that an absurd argument? You want to keep your standards low just because the students have to pass? No. Instead, the government, ADMK, is trying to improve the students' caliber by enabling them and giving them NEET education and stuff like that. Even the state board syllabus are getting changed slowly to become stronger, equivalent to CBSE. This is what the ADMK is doing. But look at DMK.
Mr. Muralidharan, in your view, all right. Mr. Muralidharan, quick question. So in your view, you're of the opinion that the state government has empowered the students and they've brought them to the standard of other states giving NEET as well. Because of the varying syllabus, you have empowered the students, given them extra classes, coaching and whatever material is required to tackle NEET. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Compared to last year, there's a 10% increase in the pass percentage. And see the number of people appearing for NEET. Tamil Nadu probably is the largest number of students appearing for NEET. Whereas you have to take a smaller state like Mizoram, probably you'll have some 5,000 students would have appeared for NEET, and out of that 70% have passed. Don't look at it that way. Out of the X number of people who have appeared in Tamil Nadu, 48 to 50% have passed. That's important. And see the quantum of people. This is absolute rubbish. DMK, I'm telling you, they got 37 MPs who are powerless, and they're creating this mess one after the other. Just the Indian position and now this.
I'm going to bring in Mr. Saravanan on this to react to your point. Request you to stay with us, Mr. Muralidharan. You've made your point. Let me bring in Mr. Saravanan. Mr. Saravanan, would you like to react to that? On one side, the AI-ADMK, which in fact, let me also point out, had taken a rather softer stand in the past, saying that they are going to be seeking a temporary exemption from NEET for the students of Tamil Nadu. They're saying that they have empowered the students in the state. They've given them additional material. They've given them resources, whatever is required to tackle NEET. Your response to that?
See, I'm telling you, the concept of NEET itself is wrong, so on so many levels. See, I'm saying it is against social justice. What is the point in giving coaching class? Coaching classes is not. I'm saying you are taking students for medical examination is NEET alone. The other spokesman, the other lady, that you have to prepare for competitive exams. What is the point? You are studying plus one and plus two, then you say don't take those marks. Those marks become irrelevant. And then I'm saying let's not have plus one and plus two. We'll have only 30 centers. Then we'll see who's going to perform better. See, in Tamil Nadu, we have another important unique feature. That is the GER. It's called GER, the gross enrollment ratio. That means the number of students who join graduation or who enroll for higher education is higher than any other state in the whole country. So that is why NEET has become a big problem for us. If you look at the people who have aced NEET PG, most of them are from Tamil Nadu, who have studied, say, some 5 years back or 6 years back. Does you mean to say that there was no merit in that? The NEET is a conspiracy made by the upper caste Hindus to decimate the OBCs, the SCs and STs. If you look at the statistics now, 7 lakhs out of 8 lakhs people, 6 lakh people are from the upper caste. The OBCs and the SCs are way, way low.
Right.
They wanted this, and that is what they have achieved, and that is why we are opposing NEET. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, we are not worried about the other states, whether they want NEET or they don't want NEET. Yeah. And yet another point I want to make is this. Tamil Nadu is a state.
So the DMK there, all right, Mr. Saravanan, you've made it very clear that you're going to be opposing NEET, and your leader has also taken to Twitter saying that this issue is going to be raised in the parliament. For the moment, I'd like to thank Mr. Saravanan, Brinda Adige, as well as Mr. Muralidharan for joining us on this broadcast with your perspective on this story.